Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Maroon. This one will be recorded for Germany. And we're moving on to turn 23, which will be July of 1947. This war is going on for very long. As always, we'll start with tech. Be rolling for advanced artillery, improved construction, airborne doctrine, and improved logistics. Artillery rolls at 7 or less. That's a 4, that's a miss. Construction and airborne both roll at a 7 or more, not less. More, not. Yeah. 8 on airborne doctrine, that is a hit, and an 11 on improved construction, which is also a hit. And lastly, improved logistics rolling at an 8 or higher. There's a 3, that is a miss. Alright, let's go over to the purchases. We have 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers, 2 Tigers, 3 AAA, 6 Infantry, 9 Militia, and 1 Fortification being complete. For the full 75, clearing the bank, and then we'll be placing our Festung Europa reward and our Blue Division. Alright, go straight into the combat moves. We have 3 to declare. From Paris, we have 1 artillery and 1 infantry walking into southern France. From Bavaria, we have 1 infantry and 1 fighter attacking Austria. From Bohemia and from eastern Germany, we have fighters attacking West Poland, being joined from Berlin by 2 strategic bombers conducting an airborne assault with 2 airborne, and 1 heavy strategic bomber carpet bombing. There is 1 more attack. We do have a submarine raiding by Australia. Alright, let's go ahead and start rolling out the combats. We'll start with the rating. I do believe the British Commonwealth still only has a +1 for LRA in defense. No radar, yeah, and no ASW. Yeah, okay. So we are rolling at a +1 for the black die as a net change. That is 2 damage. That is all of the damage for this convoy line. That's 2 damage applied to... Oh, that's not right. Okay. No one's been fighting FEC or Anzac, so the current income should be correct. So the FEC should have gotten 14 plus 2 up to 16. The Anzac should lose the 2 that they had saved, and then collect 7. Perfect. Okay. Moving on to other rolls, we'll roll for southern France. We'll start with the first strike roll at a 3 or less. As an 11, that's a miss. We have a boosted infantry rolling at 2 because of a river penalty, and an infantry and a airborne rolling at 2 in defense. We'll use light green for the Americans. All misses. Now these are both rolling at 3, and the defending airborne is still rolling at 2. All misses. Round 3. There's a hit. So southern France is returned to German occupation. Alright, let's move over to Austria. We'll use the same die. The teal bluish die will be rolling for the fighter, red for the infantry at 1, and green for the American airborne at 2. All misses, round 2. hit on the fighter, defense or misses everywhere else. So the airborne is dead, and Austria returns to German occupation as well. Alright, let's do the final roll. We'll start with 2 Katyusha for strike rolling at 4, quite sure. But I do want to double check that because I would like to not make errors. Yep, defending at 4. Okay. 2 first strikes at 4. Both misses. Fantastic. Okay. So we have 2 airborne, 2 fighters, carpet bombing, and that's it. Okay, so the carpet bombing, we have 5 die rolling at 2. That's all misses. We have 2 airborne rolling at a 3 for their first round. Both misses, and 2 fighters rolling at 6. 1 hit. That's really rough. In defense on round 1, we have 2 tigers rolling, or not 2 tigers, 2 T-34s rolling at a 5. 2 hits. Okay, so that's 2 airborne dead, and in defense, I'm honestly not sure which of these he wishes to eliminate. I'll just leave a note for Adalwolf, and he can select one death, I suppose. That's really unfortunate. Okay, and then we will be retreating from there. So that will be all of our... Oh, I did miss 1 combat. The seaplane is going to be coming out and mapping these submarines. So we're going to roll a 3 or less for there. Yeah, he can't scramble out to stop that. It's just a submarine attack. That is a 1. That is a hit. 1 coastal submarine is dead. Now, at the end of the combat movement phase, the seaplane returns 1-2 into Western Germany. The fighters from West Poland return to Berlin. And that's going to actually also include all of the strategic bombers as well are also going to return to Berlin. Oh, I should have replaced some airborne. I'm an idiot. Okay, here they are. Alright, there we go. Okay, and one of these units will have to be dead. Alright, the fighter from Austria is going to return to Berlin as well. So let's hop straight into the non-combat movement phase. 4 infantry are moving from Rome into northern Italy. 1 infantry in Berlin is going to be boarding a air transport and flying 1, 2, 3, 4 into London. The infantry is going to disembark, and the air transport is flying back to London. I guess he'll go on the Air Force marker too. Okay. And the infantry in Picardy and in Normandy are both marching into Paris. I believe that should cover everything, so let's go ahead and place our buys, collect our income. We'll start with the recruit roll. Tend to miss those if I don't do it early. We should be hitting on a 6 or less. That is 12. That is a miss. Classic Spain. For collecting income, we have base income of 48, I believe. Yes, it says 48 there. And then we have 5 bonus income from Norway and Sweden. Okay, so that should be correct. Yeah. So let's go ahead and place our buys. In London, we have a fortification being finished and a militia being built. Militia gets supply through A23. I'll wrap the city more carefully and prettily before passing the save file over. We'll leave it with that for now. Okay. We have 2 infantry and a militia going in Bohemia. 2 SS, 2 Tigers, 3 infantry, and a AAA going in Eastern Germany. We have 6 militia and 1 AAA going in Berlin. We have a blue division, of course, also going in Berlin. And a coastal artillery going in Picardy. Good enough. Okay. And then we have Paris. I've done something incorrect. I'll do a militia in Eastern Germany and an anti-aircraft gun and infantry in Paris too. Should be everything. Alright, with that, everything should be more or less set to pass over to Adalwolf for the next common turn. So we'll leave things there and say best of luck on your next rolls.